It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti on the phone. Hey, Paul.
Hey, good morning, guys.
He's not on the horn anymore.
He's on the telephone.
On the telephone.
He's really stepped it up, Quinn.
Using the telephony this morning, Paul.
So I got this piece from Churchill from, I think, last week in the TU, and I love it. This is nothing less than an affront to this Albany civic pride. There's a guy in Syracuse who waits for trademarks to expire,
Bastard.
and then he swoops in and he buys them, and I guess he bought the Albany Patroons trademark when it lapsed back in 2016, and the Patroons are calling this extortion. Paul, does this appear to be extortion to you?
Well, I did that with websites. What's the difference?
Yeah, so I had to reach out to a patent attorney friend of mine named Mike Hoffman, and Mike kind of went through this with me last night. You know, it's complicated. There's not a straight answer, but the bottom line is maybe. Maybe he's going to have it. He certainly registered it. They let it lapse. But there's a thing called common law which could resurrect this, and that's this hearing they're going to. If you can show you had continuous use, and you can show that you were, in fact, had an intent to continue using it by this, there's a special court with the patent office. They can get this back. But I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how much they used it. I don't know what they did. But at this point, it is possible that the Syracuse Patroons will be alive and well.
or the guy just, like, I know he's selling Albany Patroons T-shirts, too, you know what I mean?
He's probably milking the whole thing.
I don't know how lucrative it all is. But
you do that in maybe 50 different states to the tiny little teams. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was going to ask Paul. Is this a source of income? Is this how some people make their money, just by grabbing these trademarks?
Yeah, it's sort of like grabbing websites. You know, because some people go out and grab these websites, and then they kind of, you go to, I mean, the whole business of GoDaddy, right, is that they have these websites and you buy or lease them from them. So this is sort of a way of doing that. You had to pay attention, finding out. He recognized that 1, 2, 3 years had passed. He then took it. Now he's going out and getting T-shirts. Well, what they look at is the intent. Is he doing this just to kind of beat the system, or does he truly have an intent to sell? Has he sold T-shirts, to two people? Is he going out there trying to make it happen, or is he really just trying to steal this trademark? So at this point, he's done nothing wrong. I don't want to infer that. He's pretty opportunistic, pretty smart, and maybe the Patroons weren't that smart.
Isn't it like the complete opposite of the definition of Patroon, which is a person who's given property or land and granted certain manorial rights over it?
I didn't understand
That's
the
impressive
subtext
that you
of
know
it all.
that. Yeah.
Part of me is like, what's the point of having copyright laws if you're gonna let them lapse and still let the person have it?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's always another workaround.
I could not get a super straight answer. I mean, he's a real bright guy I talked to. He gets it, but I couldn't, I was looking for a definitive, and the definitive is we're going to find out what the court says.
Hey, Paul, Quinn used to buy website names. He still owns a few great ones. He owns WorldSeries.net.
That's the World Series.
TheWorldSeries.net. What else do you own?
Okay.
Oh, God.
That you can share with Paul.
One of my favorites is socialmedia.com.
It's another good one.
Listenupjerk.com. All these go to the PYX website, so don't worry about it. There's also gettheup.com.
I don't have that one, but when the Washington Redskins were having problems with the name Redskin, I went out and I got the Washington Pigskins.
Oh.
Thinking Pigskins, the football. I was ready to just cash in on that. So far, nothing. I keep paying my $4.
I made a couple stinker moves like that, too, Paul.
That's a great idea, though.
Well, you think if you think too
yeah.
deeply, it's like all of a sudden you need somebody else to think too deeply to buy your website. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, that's good stuff, man. Thank you, Paul.
See you, buddy. Paul
right,
Harding,
guys.
of course.
Talk soon.
Martin Harding Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com.